To use Story Creator, open the app and click the plus sign down here. Now you see a mouse moving on my screen. That has to do with the video recording program that I'm using. That's not part of the iPad app. Obviously, what I'm doing is not clicking, I'm just tapping with my finger on the screen. So I'm going to tap that plus sign, and I'm going to go to the Add Story. I'm going to go up here and tap that to give it a name, to that, and I'm going to go What We Read. Now, I've had this happen just about every time I've used Story Creator where it crashes when I create a new book, but when I go back into the app, the book is there, What We Read. So for whatever reason, it wants to crash every time you create a new book, but it does save the book that's there. So, pardon me. Under that little I there, if you tap on that, you can also choose a cover photo, or you can leave it as the gray bound book. I'm going to tap that, and I can choose a photo from Dropbox, Picasa, etc., or all the way up to the top. I'm going to go to photos from my library. I'm going to go to my camera roll, and I'm going to just choose, say, that picture there of a bunch of books. Hit done, and now the cover's made. When I tap the book, it opens me up to the first page. This first icon here is to delete the page. The next icon is to add a new page. Next icon is to insert a picture. The T is for adding text, and the microphone is for recording what you've written. So let's go through all of those. First, I'm going to tap the plus sign. And oh, sorry, I don't need to add a new page. I already had one, so you can see I'm on page 2 of 2. I'm going to delete this one, actually, tapping on that and saying, yes, I want to delete this page. Right, now I'm on page 1. The first thing to do then is actually tap the picture icon. Now I can tap here for an existing photo, or tap here to take a new photo, tap here to use an existing video, or tap here to use to create a new video with the camera. I'm just going to choose an existing photo, again from my library, the camera roll, and let's say this book here. Now, you'll notice this picture was taken vertically, and it doesn't fit in the nice little horizontal rectangle. So that's one thing, that when you're taking pictures for the purpose of putting into Story Creator, turn your camera sideways, or your iPad sideways, so that you get a sideways picture, because otherwise it makes it difficult to make it fit in that box. You'll see that I can use 2 fingers to squeeze down and try and make it fit in there, but then it automatically jumps to the width of it. And so all I can do is scroll up and down or zoom in even more. In this case, that's okay, because all I need is just the top part of that book. Right. Then I'm going to tap on the T for text, and I'm going to type in, we read the secret of your name. Period. Hit done, and my text appears down here. Now, I don't need to record anything, but I think it's kind of a neat way to do it. So if you click on the microphone button, it brings up a record button. If I tap that record button, it's going to start recording right away, and I'm going to want to read this sentence here. I'm going to want to try and read it fluently without blending the words together very much, but also not making it too choppy. So I'll do my best here. We read the secret of your name. As soon as I tap the square to stop, it brings up this screen. Now, if I tap this orange icon here, it'll play back what I recorded. Unfortunately, you can't hear that because it's playing through my headphones and not recording through into the computer video. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab these little triangles, and I'm going to try and line those up with the specific words. So I think probably right about there is where the word we starts. If I tap right here, it'll play that. And what I hear is we read. So I know that the word read actually starts back in here somewhere. Still need to back it up a little further. Okay, and right about there's where the we ends and the red starts. Then I tap the next block. And so all I'm going to do is go through each of these, lining them up with the correct word. When I'm done, I'm just going to tap down here underneath it. And now that recording is done. Now to hear it, it automatically plays when the page opens up. So I can pull down on those three bars there to get rid of the toolbar. And then I'm just going to go to Home up here and then tap on the book again to open it. And what it does is it plays back the recording and highlights the words as it reads them. Again, you can't hear it reading it because it's playing through my headphones, but you'll notice when you do it on your own that it'll read and highlight each word as you say it. So then you just need to add any further pages by clicking the plus sign. These other tools over here are to draw and erase. So if you're wanting to draw on something, you can click on the little orange crayon and draw on the page however you want. But if you don't like that, then you click or tap on the eraser and then simply erase anything that you've drawn. Okay. All right, when you're done, you can go back to Home. And if you're wanting to share this story, clicking on the little share arrow down here brings up the three fingers. So I just have to tap those three dots with three of my fingers at the same time. I can share it on Facebook, by email, or back up online. You need to have an email account connected to the iPad to send it by email. Facebook, you have to have connected again, of course. But anyone you send it to has to have the app for Story Creator in order to view it. It's one of the downsides of Story Creator is that you can't just publish it to the web. But yeah, feel free to share it out to parents, invite them to download the Story Creator app, and send it via email.